Hello Year 4, this is your first literacy lesson for the week. So first of all, we're just going to recap a spelling rule which we have already focused on before. I just want to remind you of the rule. So we are looking at words which end in T-U-R-E or S-U-R-E. Now, like we have spoken about already in school, it depends on the sound which the word makes. So if it makes a ch sound, we add T-U-R-E. If it makes a j sound, we add S-U-R-E. So let's have a look at this one. Picture or picture? Okay, you should have worked out that it should be picture. So I'm going to add T-U-R-E. Let's have a look at another one. Oh, this one is applicable for us at the moment. We've had a school closure. So is it a school closure or a school closure? You should have noticed it was the j sound, so we need to add S-U-R-E. Okay, I want you to pause the video and have a go at the rest on your own. Well done, Year 4. So you should have measure, nature, making the ch sound, and mixture. Okay, what I would like you to do now, these are in your booklet. I would like you to decide whether you are going to add to the end of your word sh or ch. Remember the spelling rule. Pause the video and complete the activity. Okay, let's quickly go over them. So you should have treasure, structure, furniture, enclosure, departure, signature, sculpture, composure, manufacture, and disclosure. Well done if you tried your best there. Okay, moving on to our literacy lesson. So you have got a video that you need to watch later on in the week, but I do not want you to watch it yet because I want us to play with it and experience it first. So here I have a golden ticket. I want you to pause the video and have a think about, or you can write down your ideas. Why do you think people want the golden ticket? Where does the golden ticket allow you to go? And who do you think would like to find a golden ticket? Pause the video now and have a little think. Okay, you should have responded to those questions now just to get you thinking. Now I'm going to show you some of the characters that have received the golden ticket and you can get a little idea about them, so listen carefully. The very next day, the first golden ticket was found. The finder was a boy called Augustus Gloop, and Mr. Bucket's evening newspaper carried a large picture of him on the front page. The picture showed a 9-year-old boy who was so enormously fat, he looked as though he had been blown up with a powerful pump. Great flabby folds of fat bulged out from every part of his body, and his face was like a monstrous ball of dough with two small, greedy currant eyes peering out upon the world. The third ticket was found by a Miss Violet Beauregard. There was great excitement in the Beauregard household when our reporter arrived to interview the lucky young lady. Cameras were clicking and flashbulbs were flashing and people were pushing and jostling and trying to get a bit closer to the famous girl. And the famous girl was standing on a chair in the living room waving the golden ticket madly at arm's length as though she were flagging a taxi. She was talking very fast and very loudly to everyone, but it was not easy to hear all that she said because she was chewing so ferociously on a piece of gum at the same time. "I'm a gum chewer normally," she shouted. But when I heard about these ticket things of Mr. Wonka's, I gave up gum and started on chocolate bars in the hope of striking lucky. Now, of course, I'm back on gum. I just adore gum. I can't do without it. I munch it all day except for a few minutes at meal times when I take it out and stick it behind my ear for safekeeping. To tell you the truth, I simply wouldn't feel comfortable if I didn't have that little wedge of gum to chew on every moment of the day. I really wouldn't. My mother says it's not ladylike and it looks ugly to see a girl's jaw going up and down like mine do all the time, but I don't agree. And who's she to criticise anyway? Because, if you ask me, I'd say that her jaws are going up and down almost as much as mine are just from yelling at me every minute of the day. Okay, so your task for today, you are going to create and describe your own character who is deserving of the golden ticket. Now, you have got a plan in your booklet. So you are going to think about your character's name, draw an image of your character, and think about the appearance and behaviour or personality. I have written an example to show you. So your first activity is to do your plan and then to write a character description. So my character description says, Jeremy Juice was the luckiest guy in town. Not only had he accidentally come across the golden ticket, but he had lost it and then found it again. Jeremy wasn't an ordinary 10-year-old boy because he had never even entered a school. Some might say he was not very clever, but I can assure you, he was clever enough to find the golden ticket. He was a plump young boy who was always eating something, and when I say something, I mean sweets. Lonely, Jeremy was never seen with any friends. He would often offer others a sweet of his, but they just laughed at him and ran away. Okay, so I've just made a start to mine, but you've started to get a feel for the character. I want you to plan yours and write yours. Remember to include lots of features that I would want to see, so things like conjunctions, starting your sentences in exciting ways, using lots of description, adjective, commas in a list. Okay, you can complete your task.